Beaufort County is the target of several robberies over the holidays. A fisherman is dead and another is hospitalized after a boating incident, and South Carolina spends millions of dollars on new school buses. All that and much more. Keep watching Beaufort. Your news starts now. Thanks for joining us for the Beaufort News. I'm Jessa Jeremiah, and here are your local headlines. A number of burglaries have taken place in Beaufort over the holidays, leaving Beaufort police to decide if they are connected. Authorities say 3 suspects pried open the door at Dunkin' Donuts early on Christmas Eve, then took off. Around the same time, 3 robbers stole 2 of the cash drawers at Zaxby's, which employees discovered the next morning. Port Royal police say Fat Patty's was also broken into around the same time frame. At this time, the restaurant burglaries are still under investigation. The Beaufort County Sheriff's Office is also investigating an armed robbery that occurred at a Ladies Island Dairy Queen recently. Authorities were called to the scene after the store had been robbed by 2 armed suspects wearing ski masks. After the robbers received cash from the employee's register, they left the store. Thankfully, no one was injured during the accident. After a boat overturned in the Beaufort River, a fisherman is dead and another is left hospitalized. The fishermen were apparently fishing near Corn Island when the event took place. The man, whose name has yet to be released, tried to swim ashore and did not make it. The men worked for the Beaufort Sea Eagle. The condition of the hospitalized man is still unknown. As part of a new plan that will launch in January, Beaufort County deputies will be taking on new efforts in area elementary schools. 16 deputies in total will be taking on the new role that has been held in middle and high schools since 1995. The deputies will perform tasks like checking in on the schools during routine patrols and will even be trained for various in-house activities. The plan is intended to increase elementary school safety here in Beaufort County. The Ladies Island St. Helena Fire District has recently named a 2012 Firefighter of the Year. John Beckemeyer has been awarded with the honor after officials say he's represented the agency with his exceptional dedication and customer service. The award is given out annually to a member who is selected by a vote after a nomination by his peers. Beckemeyer has served with this district for almost 3 years. Bridges, the new prep school opening in the fall of 2013, will be hosting an informational session this week. The session will be geared towards parents interested in the PADIA methodology. Bridges will be introducing the science, technology, engineering, and math-infused curriculum called STEM. Those interested in learning more can attend the session at 6 p.m. on January 8th. The session will be at the Boys and Girls Club located at 1100 Boundary Street. This event is free and open to the public. Beaufort County residents who are wondering what to do with their Christmas trees are encouraged to contribute to the county's mulch efforts. The grinding of the greens will take place on Wednesday, January 12th at 8 a.m. at several locations countywide. Residents can drop off ornament-free trees day or night at any of the 7 locations listed on your screen. This project is a result of efforts between Keep Beaufort County Beautiful and the Beaufort County Solid Waste Recycling. And here's what's happening around the state. A man was arrested Wednesday after a 2-year-old child shot himself. Horry County Police arrested 30-year-old Rondell Smith, who brought a loaded gun into the home and left it on the table. According to authorities, the 2-year-old boy shot himself after he grabbed the loaded gun in the home in Conway. The boy died on the way to the hospital on Christmas Day. Smith is being charged with involuntary manslaughter. And South Carolina is part of a stirring protest where teachers and educators are at odds with State Education Superintendent Mark Zayas, who's currently fighting for a proposal to give letter grades to teachers. The grades would be based partially on how students perform on standardized tests, but the proposal has led to accusations of ill will. The debate continues to heat up as both Zayas and the teachers attempt to validate their arguments. A Lexington attorney who was recently accused of extortion is set to have a mental evaluation soon. Richard Brabert, whose status as an inmate is currently listed as in transit, was accused of extorting more than $1 million from clients recently. Brabert's attorney filed for an evaluation of his client earlier this month. According to the U.S. Attorney General's office, the request for a mental evaluation has officially been granted. The state of South Carolina is getting 342 brand new school buses this year. The new buses, costing about $82,000 apiece, will allow the state to replace some of its oldest buses throughout the state. The new buses will be more fuel efficient, have better wheelchair accessibility, and will even hold more students. The replacement buses are funded mostly from the South Carolina State Lottery. According to education officials, the projected cost of the total buses will be $28 million. If you'd like additional information on these headlines, please reference the media sources you see listed on your screen. Also, you can like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. Coming up, we have Rob Wells, who's joining us to give us some insight into area visitors and some exciting Beaufort accolades. And Buck Boone will deliver our hot off the press report after the break.
Low Country Real Estate is located in historic downtown Beaufort, home to one of the most attractive real estate markets in America. We've been providing high-quality service to our community for the past 24 years. Whether you're interested in buying or selling residential, resort, or commercial investment property, our professional sales staff can help you with your real estate needs. Please visit lowcountryrealestate.com for details on all available properties in Beaufort, and come see how the Low Country becomes you.
Welcome back to the Beaufort News. Joining us first is Rob Wells, who's here with our business report. How are you today?
Doing well. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. So Rob, I want to talk to you first about some visitor numbers. You've had some new research numbers. Talk to us a little bit about what they say about visitors to the area.
Certainly. This past November, we partnered with Dr. John Salazar and the Low Country Resort and Tourism Institute and USCB to put together a sort of a visitor analysis. It's one thing to know who we're targeting in our advertising efforts, but we want to know where they're from and are they coming. And so what we found was that the folks that brought in the information or requested information from the areas, there were 3 markets that came out. As we try to secure our South Carolina tourists and in our core market, all of these numbers did was validate certain things we already knew. Like Greenville, South Carolina market being a top market for inquiries, but also being a top inquiry for visitors, as well as Columbia, South Carolina, with Atlanta and Charleston just on the outside.
And how exactly can you find these research numbers if you're interested?
Sure, those numbers can be found online at beaufortsc.org/tourisminfo. You can pull the full report. It is in a PDF format, and go anytime and take a look at the analysis. Or you can contact my office directly.
Now let's talk a little bit about some of the recent Beaufort accolades that have been received this fall and early winter. Can you tell us a little bit about this?
Sure. This past fall and early winter, we have seen some great coverage for our area and some great listings. Whether it be in Charlotte Magazine doing a feature spread on Carteret Street here in Beaufort, or Carolina Living talking about the retirement opportunities for families, and even have featured a family that had just recently relocated to the area. These type things just shape us up and give us that extra voice as we continue to promote the area.
Some very exciting things, and we've got some exciting upcoming events as well. Talk to us about what some of our citizens need to mark on their calendars coming up here.
Yeah, exactly. Coming up, you got Historic Beaufort Foundation's annual oyster roast, and I believe that's January 18th. And then you have February 13th, you have the Beaufort International Film Festival. And I encourage everyone to put that on the calendar and make plans.
All right, sounds good. We'll do just that. Thank you so much, Rob Wells, for joining us, and thank you for your report.
Yeah, thank you.
Joining us next is Buck Boone with the Island News, joining us for our Hot Off the Press report. Welcome, Buck.
Good to see you, Jessa.
You too. Say, I want to talk to you first about some volunteer opportunities here. For those giving back to the community part of their New Year's resolution, tell us about some of the volunteer opportunities locally.
Well, Friends of Caroline Hospice is looking for compassionate and caring individuals to assist in a number of different volunteer opportunities, and is holding volunteer training on Wednesday, January the 16th and Thursday, January the 17th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Friends office in Port Royal. The Red Cross is also looking for volunteers and is offering free classes through the Palmetto Service Center. These classes will train new volunteers and strengthen the organization's volunteer base as resources are extended both locally and nationally. The classes start in January. For more information, call the number listed on the screen.
All right, perfect. And I talked a little bit about this earlier. The grinding of the greens is coming up for Beaufort County residents. Tell us where exactly residents can recycle their Christmas trees.
Well, Beaufort County residents have a chance to help the environment and make good use of their old Christmas trees by taking part in the annual Grinding of the Greens project. With the help of the Keep Beaufort County Beautiful and the Beaufort County Solid Waste Recycling, owners can return their Christmas trees to the land as mulch. Residents can drop off their trees day or night at some of the following locations. On Ladies Island at the Sea Island Parkway next to the Huddle House. On Ladies Island, Pleasant Point Road at the Family Tree Christmas Tree Farm. And in Beaufort at the Beaufort Plaza near the Plaza Theaters. And in Port Royal, the Navy Heritage Park off of Rebo Road. Please remember to remove all the ornaments, tinsel, and holiday lights. Mulching will take place Saturday, January the 12th between 8 and 11 a.m. and mulch will be given away free to anyone who brings a container to haul it away.
All right, some great tips if you're looking to get rid of your Christmas tree after the holidays. And I want to ask you about a very important benefit event. Talk to us about this event that is helping to raise funds for a great organization, Hope for the Haven of the Lowcountry.
Sterling Silver for a Sterling Cause is a jewelry sale at the Charles Street Gallery to benefit Hope Haven of the Lowcountry, a nationally accredited not-for-profit children's advocacy and rape crisis center located in Beaufort. On Friday, January the 4th from 4 to 7 p.m., there will be a sale of sterling artisan craft jewelry to benefit the cause. Please remember to pick up a free copy of the Island News to get more hyper-local news about this community.
Absolutely, Buck. We'll do just that. Thanks again for your report.
Thank you, Jessa.
Stay tuned because we'll share some details of a Christmas party that benefits local vets, and a member of the Lowcountry chapter of the American Red Cross will give us some insight on the Hurricane Sandy relief efforts. Stick around.
Hi, my name is Matt McElhaney, owner of City Loft Hotel, an upscale boutique hotel in downtown Beaufort. We are proud to be consistently ranked as the #1 hotel in Beaufort based on TripAdvisor's guest ratings and comments. At City Loft, we value our neighbors in the Lowcountry. Whether you're taking friends by boat or need a romantic getaway in Beaufort, let us at City Loft extend hospitality while introducing what's new in urban hotel design. At City Loft Hotel, we are committed to customer service. When you stay here, you're always a local.
Welcome back to the Beaufort News. Joining us now is Dick Clark from the Independence Fund. Welcome, Dick.
It's good to be here. Thank you very much.
Great to have you. Say, I want to talk to you about a very special Christmas party for severely wounded vets at Walter Reed. Tell us a little bit about this party, if you would.
Great. Thanks for the opportunity to be here. There were 10 people from the Lowcountry that actually traveled to Walter Reed on the 9th of December for a Christmas party held there for the severely wounded veterans and their families. We were able to take gifts, gift cards, stockings for both the veterans and their children, due primarily because of the generosity of the people of the Lowcountry who bought flags, who attended events, who contributed to the Independence Fund and to Lieutenant Dan Weekend that was held in the middle of September of this year. And it was a great opportunity to be able to highlight what Beaufort County has done for our severely wounded veterans.
Absolutely, such an important event. And since you mentioned the veterans, talk to us a little bit about them and what exactly they're doing at Walter Reed.
The Walter Reed Medical Center is the primary medical facility for severely wounded veterans, primarily those who are missing limbs. The prosthetic center and it's a great place for the veterans to go, be treated, and to be fitted for prosthesis, which they'll need to continue on with the independence of their life as a lifelong event. For the most part, these are young men. I would say probably 19 to 26. There were a couple of staff sergeants there that were older than that, and they are working hard I talked to one veteran who actually does physical therapy, occupational therapy for 8 hours every day in order to return to as much normalcy in his life and his independence as he can. And they're really proud of their service, and we were there to show them that we were supporting them in their service and their sacrifices.
Absolutely. Well, Dick Clark, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you especially for all the hard work that you've done for these veterans. We greatly appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. I'm honored and privileged to be able to do so.
Joining us now is Donnie Beer, who joins us from the American Red Cross of the Low Country. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Thank you, ma'am.
Well, thanks for joining us. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about Hurricane Sandy relief efforts, but first, tell us why you got involved with the local Red Cross.
It started many years ago when my husband was sent overseas, and I wasn't having an easy time of it with 2 babies, and the Red Cross helped to get him home for a couple of weeks. It made all the difference in the world.
And why did you volunteer for this specific assignment involving Hurricane Sandy victims?
I worked with the Red Cross as a disaster assistance team leader for quite a while, and I just felt like the need to go. I think that one of the obligations almost of us that work this type of rescue to be exposed to what they're going through when you have a disaster of this magnitude.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know you also volunteered for the American Red Cross in New York. Talk to us, if you would, a little bit about your time there.
It was a learning experience. You just can't imagine when you've got thousands of volunteers coming from Hawaii, from Washington State, from Florida, from all over, to get together to help people that, of course, have been devastated, and most of them have lost everything in the world that they own. It's really a humbling experience.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us and sharing with us a little bit about some of the relief efforts that you've been involved in. Donnie Beer of the American Red Cross, the Low Country chapter, we appreciate your report.
Thank you.
Up next, Councilman Joe Lee joins us once again for our Port Royal report, and a special guest is here to talk to us about local high school basketball when we return.
Is it time to purchase for the one-of-a-kind person in your life? Over 60 years of service distinguishes Modern Jewelers as one of South Carolina's preeminent jewelry stores.
We're proud to have been voted Beaufort's #1 jewelry store 10 years in a row. Come visit us at 807 Bay Street.
Welcome back to the Beaufort News. Joining me now is Councilman Joe Lee here with our Port Royal report. How are you doing, Joe?
Great, Jessa.
Good to have you. So today, I know you're looking ahead to 2013 for Port Royal. Tell us a little bit about where you start here.
Yeah, it's a fun time of year to look ahead and see what we can do based on what we learned in the last few years. So our biggest challenge this year, as it has been every year, will be the sale of the port. And we're committed to being more proactive in that effort than we have been in the past. The things that we tried in the past obviously didn't work, so we're going to look at some new ideas and keep pushing the Ports Authority to clean up the property. We feel that'll be a huge asset in making the sale happen.
Absolutely. And after that big issue, what exactly is next for you?
Well, we're going to keep focusing on the shed as a property that will draw people into town. We're going to work with 303 Associates to bring more events to the shed and figure out some strategies that will attract more people and take up more of the time. We know it's just sitting there, and so we want to really make good use of it.
Absolutely. So next week, are you going to have more details for us? We look forward to hearing what you have to tell us about Port Royal.
Well, yes, I think the big thing is next we're going to be filming WHHI-TV, and I'm going to have my conversation in that TV show around 2013 and get into a lot more detail about our plans for these activities to make sure everyone's aware of the challenges we have ahead of us. And 843 is a great way to do that because we have some more time to talk about it, and we involve 2 other people in this conversation. So we're looking forward to it, and we want to wish everybody a Happy New Year from all of us here in Port Royal.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Joe, so much for your report, and we'll look forward to seeing you on 843 TV. Look forward to that as well.
Thank you, Jessa.
Joining me now is Chris Conefry. How are you doing today, Chris?
Doing great, Jessa, thanks.
Great. Well, good to have you on. I understand, first of all, you're going to be announcing games for WHHI this winter. Tell us a little bit about what exactly you're going to be doing for the station, if you would.
Well, what I'll be doing, historically, in the years past, they've had a play-by-play announcer. I'll be providing color commentary, which by definition is providing expert analysis. So if we use that metric, there's going to be a lot of disappointed people out there. So I think what I'll be doing is just sharing my thoughts and experiences of a game that's been a big part of my life and just relate it to the action as it unfolds on the court.
All right, wonderful. And I know you know quite a bit about basketball. What exactly is your background here?
Well, as I mentioned, it's been a big part of my life. Played all through, as a player, I played all through college. It was last century. Since then, what I've done is I've had a big part of individual workouts with players at every level, and I've coached on just about every level. Right now, I'm the middle school boys coach at Beaufort Academy.
Okay, great. So you've got a very impressive basketball background. Finally, if you would, give us this year's schedule. What games exactly can we look forward to?
Well, all right, I'm going to do this with no safety net here. I got no notes. This is right from the head. So we're going to start January 15th. We have Hilton Head Prep at Hilton Head Christian and battle for private school island supremacy. The week after that is January 22nd. We're going to have Beaufort High at Bluffton High School. Beaufort off to its best start in a number of years, so that'll be a good one to look forward to. The week after that, on January 29th, we have Hilton Head Christian back at Hilton Head Prep. They're going to run it back in, again, Battle of Island Supremacy number 2. February 5th, we have Stall High School at Hilton Head High School, which is, we'll get a look at Michael Julian. They're sort of do everything forward for Hilton Head High School. And the week after that is February 12th. That'll be Beaufort Academy at Hilton Head Christian, and I can promise no objectivity in that game, being my real ties to, given my ties to Beaufort Academy.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We look forward to catching that great high school basketball. Thanks so much for your report.
Thank you, Jess. I look forward to it.
And thank you for joining us. I'm Jessa Jeremiah. Join us next time for your Beaufort News.